Welcome to Signature Tube. My name is Ben Schachter from the Signature Real Estate Companies. This is another live edition of Signature Tube hosted by myself and all of us here at Signature. I am accompanied today by Matt Durst, the owner and operator of Sunshine State's Best Home Inspection. Welcome, how are you, Matt?
Hi, Ben, nice to be here.
Thanks so much for joining us. Everything good?
Everything is good.
Good. Matt, tell us a little bit about your firm and what makes Sunshine States as wonderful as it is.
Well, in Sunshine States, we are a complete home inspection operation. We do home inspections top to bottom. We walk the roof. We don't fly a drone. We don't put a ladder up, and we don't use binoculars. We actually walk every single roof. We access the attic, and we walk the complete attic from top to bottom, right to left. We document all appliances, all systems, HVAC, electrical. You know, we do everything that a home inspection does. We offer insurance inspections, wind mitigations, 4-point inspections, roof certifications. We do mold testing. I'm a certified thermographer with infrared camera. So we use an infrared camera as it's not an add-on. It is part of our inspection. You know, from the top of the roof to the mailbox, pretty much.
As a thermographer?
Yes, sir.
As you're looking to use your equipment, I assume that's to trace for mold and other things that can't be seen.
Moisture for the most part. You find moisture, and then you find it with the infrared camera. You verify it with the moisture meter, and then you go from there. If it's a leaky pipe, a leaky roof, and then usually, depending on the circumstances, there may or may not be some sort of growth behind there, at which point we talk to the homeowner. It's a small added cost. It's basically my cost. I incur a cost in having the sample tested. So we'll consult with the homeowner if it's something they'd like to go forward with. You know, we take care of it.
I think that's wonderful. That's a designation and a skill set that most home inspectors don't have. That's really got to separate you from the competition to have that level of skill.
We try. We do a lot of ongoing education. We do every year. We're taking multiple classes and getting better. It's
wonderful. Well, that's important because there are a lot of fly-by-night professionals that claim to be professionals that don't have the background and licensing and skill set that you do. How long have you been a home inspector for?
About 5 years now.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And the territory, the range in South Florida, where is a comfortable coverage area for you?
Well, we're based in Boca Raton. I live in Boca. I live in West Boca. So we're very proud to be local in the South Palm Beach County. But in the past week and always, I go from Port St. Lucie to pretty much 595 or all of Broward County. But we basically stay, just because of the referrals and stuff, we stay basically 595 to Port St. Lucie, a lot in Jupiter. I mean, I've been out to Loxahatchee, I've been to Belle Glade the other day, Davie. I mean, we go everywhere.
And as far as your staff goes, do you handle everything by yourself, or do you have any colleagues you work with?
It's family owned and operated. My wife is my partner in it. She helps with the scheduling and helps with the finances. She does go on inspections on the weekends with me, but it's basically me. What you see is what you get.
Well, that's terrific. Now, as a prospective homeowner, someone who's buying a property, I assume I can follow you around during the inspection, or at least be present so you can educate me as to what I'm buying?
We actually encourage it. Part of what I believe sets us apart from a lot of home inspectors is we don't just come in, type out or write out or print out a report, slap it on the table, pay me and see you later. We spend time educating folks. It's not so much the what, it's the why and the how that we like to explain to folks. Whether it's someone that's moving down from up north who doesn't really understand hurricane protection, doesn't understand what a wind mitigation is, or it's a first-time home buyer. A lot of times younger folks these days don't have the experience with, the systems in a house that maybe you and I grew up with at our age. And so I like to take the time we did an inspection yesterday. We spent 2.5 hours doing the inspection. I spent another 45 minutes with the gentleman at the end of the inspection. When it was done, we were done. I helped him troubleshoot some electrical problems. And so we don't like to just leave, it's always good. I always get a good feeling when someone thanks me for, hey, thanks for explaining that to me. No one ever told me what, opening protection was, or no one ever told me how to take care of my HVAC system, or what to look for in my water heater.
And that's one of the most expensive components in the house.
Exactly.
Taking care of your air conditioning, especially with the heat and
Right,
stuff.
and a lot of folks just don't know what to do, and and if they, like on their wind mitigation, if say they don't get a certain credit, I can give them an explanation and a solution to getting that.
Let's talk about 4-point and wind mitigation for a moment, because a lot of people are not as familiar with what that means as you are.
Sure.
If someone is asked by their insurance company, or if someone is asked by a real estate agent, hey, do you have a 4-point, or do you have a wind mitigation certificate, or can you get one? Explain to our viewers what that exactly means, what you're doing, what you're looking for,
Sure.
and how that helps them, why they didn't ask for it.
So, I mean, back when we first got into this, I know you've been doing it for a long time. They used to want a WDO. Everybody wanted a termite. All the lenders wanted a termite inspection. Now, a few of them still do, but not all of them. But what they all want now is a wind mitigation inspection. And a wind mitigation inspection is how your house is how you qualify for certain credits for your insurance. Now, down in Florida, you're going to get windstorm insurance, and they'll be happy to write you the insurance policy. They have no problem taking your money. What the wind mitigation form does is it outlines how you qualify for credits. There's certain credits: the age of the house, the age of the roof, the shape of the roof, how the roof is nailed, how the plywood or the OSB is nailed to the rafters or trusses, how the rafter trusses are secured to the actual walls themselves. And opening protection. Opening protection is a big one. Opening protection is all the windows and doors, how they're protected.
This attachment of the roof and the walls, this is something you can help with to confirm or verify?
Oh, absolutely. It's necessary. I have to go in the attic, and you can see the scratches on the top of my head from the nails getting me. But I access all of that stuff, and we document everything with pictures. You get a 4-page paper or a 4-page report, all full color PDF with everything on there that you share with your insurance company. A 4-point inspection is generally required by lenders for the insurance company. A house is about 25 years or older. And the 4 points consist of the roof, the HVAC or the air conditioning and heating system, the electric, and the plumbing.
Wonderful.
And so we document all of those, how old they are, or if there's a defect in them, and we package it all up nice in a nice, easy to read report.
And the term wind mitigation certificate, WindMit, or 4-point, are those synonymous, or are they two different types?
They're two different types. They're two different insurance inspections.
Okay, and you can perform either of those?
I can perform either of those. And a lot of times, if the folks don't know at that point when I'm doing the home inspection, we'll capture that information for them. So if they need it next week, next month, I can produce that report.
So you're proactive. That's great.
Yeah.
That's
it doesn't require a second trip out. Doesn't require an extra cost for them.
Now, a lot of times real estate agents become uptight about using home inspectors for fear the home inspector is going to intentionally flex their muscle to try to point out every issue in the house, which might potentially cost the realtor the deal.
Right.
We understand there's a fine line between having honesty and integrity and also doing right by your customer, which is the buyer of the home, as well as the real estate agent that brought you in. Talk to us a little bit about your interchange and your interactions with the realtors, and generally speaking, your involvement with how you deal with customers.
Absolutely, and that's one of our strong points as well. And it's, a lot of times, I hate to say it, a lot of times the home inspector's just trying to protect their, liability. So they call out everything, or they'll recommend further investigation. Hey, I see a small leak, get an electrician, or I see, something here, get this, and they'll kind of farm it all off. But I try to explain everything. So, and I tell folks is you're going to get along. I'm very thorough, okay, and the agents that I deal with really like it. My referrals, my callbacks, they enjoy that. They like that. There's transparency in that. I tell them if there's a burnout light bulb, if there's missing a door stopper, a broken window spring, I'm going to put that on there. Okay, but then we're going to sit down, you and I are going to sit down and talk about, hey, this is what you really need to worry about, and this is what is cosmetic or a maintenance item. And I always tell folks at the end of the day, the dust settles, you've closed on your property, go ahead and print the first 2 pages, the summary of my report, stick it on your refrigerator, and it's a honey-do list for you. That's something that you can work on next week, next month. It's not something your house is going to fall down around your ears, but hey, you know what? You might want to get some waterproof caulk and seal up that window over there.
With your reports, since you mentioned them, how often or how quickly is the turn time from the customer receiving the report once they've actually had you in the home?
Our standard is 24 hours after I leave the property, but I'm going to tell you 98% of the time it's much sooner than that.
Okay.
Wonderful. So, I mean, we like to build that in, but we purposely to ensure that customer service, ensure that we give back to both the agent and the prospective homeowner. We limit it to about two inspections a day. So it's not a cash grab, okay? We're not in it, clearly we're in it, it's a business to make money, but we're in it to, improve other people's lives as well.
You want to do right by the clients.
Exactly. So we don't overload ourselves with things we can't take care of.
Wonderful. Well, Matt, it's been a real eye-opening experience getting to know you. We're thrilled to have you here affiliated as part of our vendor network at the
Very
Signature
proud
Real
to be
Estate
here.
Companies. We know that we hand select only the best vendors and service providers in their respective trades, and you certainly fit the bill without any question. Are there any last minute remarks or any other comments you'd like to share with our viewers here?
Well, I'd just like to say that I've dealt with, even in the past, prior to being affiliated with Signature, I've dealt with Signature agents, and I've always been, one of the reasons I am here and one of the reasons I wanted to be here was because I was always impressed with the way they were educated and their professionalism. And that meant a lot to me because as you know as well as I do, maybe even more, that not everybody's to that level. And it's always nice to be affiliated because then I know things are going to be handled. When I walk out of the room, I know I'm dealing with a professional and that professional is going to handle everything.
Well, we appreciate that. Matt Durst, the owner and proprietor of Sunshine State's Best Home Inspection, joining us today on Signature Tube. I want to thank Matt and his lovely wife for being part of our vendor network and helping our agents close more transactions all throughout South Florida. You'll be able to receive all of Matt's contact information right here embedded within the video. My name is Ben Schachter, the broker and president of the Signature Real Estate Companies. This has been another production of Signature Tube. Thanks for watching, and of course, thanks to Matt for joining us. Have a great day, Matt.
Thanks, Ben.